Hi, this is Mustard Seed Social, and today we're going to talk about how to get rid of learning limited on Facebook ads. I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Miley Shunk, and I'm a Facebook ad specialist. I got my degree in marketing from the University of Notre Dame, and I've been working in marketing for the last couple of decades in offices across the US. I decided to start this Facebook ad agency in 2017, where I was helping people level up their Facebook and their Instagram. And then in 2018 is when I decided to focus down on ads. So that's what a lot of my posts focus on is leveling up Instagram and Facebook, and then also getting Facebook ads ready and or just Facebook ads. So today, again, what we're going to talk about is how to get rid of learning limited on your ads. So before I can dive into this, I need to explain the framework around this learning limited message. So just in case you're not familiar, like when we talk about Facebook, we tend to think of that place where everyone interacts, everyone's familiar with. It's very intuitive to use. There's another app that Facebook has called the Facebook Ads Manager, and that's where you can create more sophisticated ads. And when you set up ads, there are three levels to ads. There's the campaign level, the ad set, and the ad. So specifically for this tutorial, we're going to be talking about campaigns that are set up for an objective of conversion. So for example, you can set up your ads with an objective for engagement, where you really you already have a post and you want people to like and comment on it. Then you kind of select your post and then choose the engagement objective. That kind of ad usually doesn't get it wouldn't get a learning limited message. The conversion objective, though, tends to wind up in this space where it gets a learning limited message, and I will explain why. So basically, a conversion objective is what people use when they want users to take the action of going to a website. It's most commonly used for getting people to a landing page, which is a bigger jump than just getting someone to like or comment. So the conversion objective has become really popular lately because it is very effective in finding people and getting people to go to a landing page. Now, the only kind of obstacle is this one of the obstacles is this learning limited message. So for a conversion objective, there are unique parameters around it for the learning phase. So the learning phase is the phase that starts when you launch an ad. So Facebook, a couple years ago, they didn't even label this. Like, you would launch an ad, and if you were an ad specialist, you would know that it was, it took about 1,500 impressions before this Facebook figured out how to deliver this ad. And so you waited for that, and then you knew that Facebook knew what it was doing, basically, right? But now Facebook has taken to, within Ads Manager, it will label your ads right from the start learning phase, so that it's telling you, I need some time, I need some impressions, etc., to figure out how to deliver this ad to get the result that you requested. So it's called the learning phase. And basically what Facebook is doing is it's taking your target audience and finding the pockets that it sees, and then finding the placements that it sees, and figuring out how to deliver your ad to get the result that you want. So even though you might have this bigger audience, there's a pocket of audience that Facebook sees, like you picked your region, but Facebook sees moms near you as the pocket that's going to respond, for example. And then the placement, which would be mobile or Instagram, it will figure out the placement, and it'll put this together so that it has a way to consistently get people to this response that you want, which for conversion ad is usually going to this landing page. So the thing about the conversion ads is that they require 50 trigger events per week. So basically, when it's going through the learning phase, it needs this landing page to be triggered 50 times, right? And so kind of a nuance of this is, in your campaign level, you're setting up the conversion. In your ad set level, you're setting you're corresponding the conversion to the exact landing page, right? Because you might have a couple to this specific landing page, and then down here you're saying the optimization event, and the optimization event is, the conversion specifically, or something slightly different is landing page views or clicks, right? So specifically, if you say I want 50 landing page views, then it goes for 50 times people saw the page, 50 landing page views. And so that's what Facebook is trying to accomplish in the learning phase for a conversion objective set of ads, right? So this is slightly more ambitious than like an engagement campaign where you just want people to like and comment. But for a conversion objective set of ads, it's saying, I want to figure this out for you. I want to deliver some results. And in the first week, there needs to be ideally 50 optimization events, whatever you optimize for. We're going to call it trigger events. That's what I'm going to try and do for you. So what happens, what the learning limited message is that Facebook is in this learning phase, and what it's trying to, when it gives you this status message, what it's trying to say is, could you please restructure this because I can't optimize this for you. I can't, like the way this is structured, learning is limited. I am not getting anywhere near 50 trigger events, so please restructure. So that's what we want to go through. So if you're not used to thinking about the conversion campaign this in depth, then sometimes when that status message flashes, it can be disconcerting, like what is going on? Because also, and by the way, when the learning limited status message shows up, it's a little yellow hazard triangle, and it feels more like an error message because when it shows up, Facebook is saying my learning is limited, so it either slows or completely stops your ads. So you want to avoid that. You want your ads going out so that they can accomplish their goal and people can make money. So the way to fix this is somewhat straightforward now that we have that framework, that foundation of what is conversion objective. There's a learning phase, and this is what learning limited is. So with that in mind, if we want to get rid of that learning limited status message and get our ads delivering again, there's about 4 steps that you can take, 4 different things that you can try. And as a bonus, I'm going to tell you what to stay away from. So the first thing you can try is simply to focus your budget on 2 ads per ad set. So it's not unusual to put a whole bunch of ads in an ad set, like prepare for the month and put all the posts in there that you want to promote and then turn them on and off. For example, in an engagement campaign, you want to focus on this post this week, that post the next week, sort of thing. You don't want to do that with a conversion objective ad. Just put 2 ads that your 2 best guesses as to what will work, and put that in an ad set and let Facebook focus on those 2 ads. So as it is, Facebook's trying to figure out different things. It's trying to figure out the audience, the placement, who knows what else. But it's trying to figure this out. So help it by just focusing on those 2 ads. Because if you don't, then it's going to spend if say you have 4 ads, it's going to spend a little money here and there. It's going to focus on this one and mainly on this one. It's going to pick its favorites, but you can help it by focusing, basically making it focus on those 2 ads, doing 2 ads at a time. So that's one way to get rid of the learning limited status message or avoid it altogether. Another way, if you've already got the learning limited message, is provide more budget. So it basically, you want more people to see the ad, and that's what more budget does, so that you have more chance that people will get the response. Because you need to get ideally 50 trigger events. You probably don't have to get quite that many. I think I've seen as low as 25, and the thing still works. But you want to get as many as you can, because that helps Facebook determine the very best way to optimize the ad. So increasing budget just increases the number of times the ad is seen and helps give Facebook data, and then you get rid of the learning. You get rid of the learning limited message, you get out of the learning phase, and your ad is working. So the next step to try, if that doesn't work, is just to increase your audience size. So another thing is, for a conversion ad, what you want to do is send a good number of people to it. So this is basically another thing that increases the opportunity for Facebook. There's more pockets of people in there for Facebook to try and send, to focus on, to optimize the ad. So when you increase the audience size, like say you have tens of thousands, maybe you want to add a 0 on there and make your audience size hundreds of thousands or millions. That's what I would suggest. Simply increase your audience size and see if that doesn't help. And so finally, the fourth one that you might try is simply to change the optimization events. Remember, I was walking you through how you set up this conversion objective ad. You set conversion in the campaign level, and the ad set level, you pick the web page, the conversion, and then when you scroll down to the bottom and it says optimization event, you can back that up. So there's all the way to the conversion, which is where a code registers that you saw the page, so you were on the page a little bit, and then that registers as a conversion. Another optimization event is landing page view, so that's just that you landed on the page, that registered. And then another optimization event is just clicks. So you clicked, people clicked, but that doesn't mean that they clicked, that they waited for the page to load, right? So if you are trying to get the conversion objective ad to work, then you can back it up from like conversion to landing page views or to link clicks, because each time you back it up to an easier step, you're basically increasing the likelihood that that step will happen, and the step that you're requesting will happen, and will happen many times that week. So, and basically a thing to avoid is changing your objective, right? So people have had a lot of success. Ad managers have had a lot of success with conversion ads, and we've noticed that you don't want to, it's worth the trouble to get the conversion ad to work than go to a traffic ad. Like if you're looking for results, it is worth the trouble to get the conversion ad to work and to make it through the learning phase and get rid of this learning limited status message. And so again, the way to altogether avoid or bypass the learning limited message is to make sure I get this. Just 2 ads per ad set, or increase your budget, increase your audience size, or change your optimization event to something that's easier. I appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in. If you would like more tips and more support around your Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook ads, then join my Facebook group, Facebook Genius Grown Here. I will put a link to it in the comments. Thanks.